In November 1976, Jerry Beckley, Dan Peek, and Dewey Bunnell of America went to the remote Hawaiian island of Kauai to record their latest album for Warner Brothers. This film is an attempt to share part of that experience with you.
God of the sun, don't make me wait till the morning comes. Light in the sky, look me in the eye. Don't keep me waiting around too much longer now. Don't keep me waiting around. When I called you from my river of darkness, and echoes all that came back. Saw you waving goodbye down the railroad track. Sometimes when you're out and all alone, and you can't find your way back, wonder if you'll ever make it home. God of the sun, I'll be around till the day's begun. One sign of your ray takes the night away. But when I walk through that door, take my hat and my coat, I'm waiting for you to call. I tell you, not right now, lady, I got work on my mind, and I'm...
Why would one of the most successful musical groups of the 70s choose to forsake the electronic caverns of the commercial recording world for the primitive pace of the Hawaiian Islands? Partly to recuperate from their recently finished world tour, but mostly to collect their thoughts and feelings, and from them create new material. Here on Kauai, they discovered the solitude necessary to seek new musical directions. Producer George Martin and recording engineer Jeff Emmerich fell right in step with the local tempo. It's understandable why the boys would want to get away from it all, but how does a super producer like George Martin deal with the slow motion pace, the Polynesian paralysis that affects everyone who lands on these shores?
The idea of recording out here struck me as being a pretty adventurous one when we started out. We have recorded, of course, in remote locations before, but never in a place without a studio. And to attempt a recording literally in a bungalow, which is what we were doing, required some pretty good people. And with people like Jeff Emmerich around to do the engineering, and Jack Crimes looking after the record plant mobile, we were halfway there anyway. I think that all in all, I think the results have been absolutely exceptional. I think it gave the boys tremendous freedom working in a location like this, and contributed something much more than we really expected.
Jerry Beckley, Dewey Bunnell, and Dan Peek, collectively known as America. They decided early on to venture down highways that would cut across the spectrum of popular music. Individuals, yet dedicated to the idea that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. These talented three continue to appeal to the Their sensitivity to the ever-changing needs of contemporary audiences has led them to weave a tapestry of musical modes rather than lock themselves into a single and soon obsolete style. This approach keeps them growing in experience, open to new creative avenues.
Waves come in, crash on the shoreline. It's all
there tonight. The weather's fine and everything's alright. So let's go down to the water tonight. Let's go down to the water tonight. Come on down, come on down, come on down, down to the water. Come on down, come on down, come on down, down to the water, down to the water.
In Hawaii, the traditional feast is called the luau. No stay in the islands would be complete without kalua, pig roasted all night in an underground oven. Good friends to help you eat, drink, and make music. And the balmiest of atmospheres to gently remind you that life isn't all hard work.
Island music sways with a palm tree. Friends of mine lay back and talk of times that weren't so free. So let's have fun, and that means you and me. And let's go down to the water tonight. Let's go down to the water tonight. Down, down, down to the water. 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 Down, down, down to.
Thanksgiving in Hawaii has to be one of the most beautiful and enjoyable anywhere on earth.
Well, in this environment, it's so laid back. We even get what you guys did the other night with a couple of political poachers.
The new one, yeah, that worked out well.
That worked out. I want to hear that.
I need to get together with you and your songbook, your lyric book, and finish all this.
You look through it. There's not much left in there. It's
Yeah, well, we were making progress on it.
Yeah.
Another session like that. And
Still on God of the Sun.
Yeah, that has to be finished, and She's Gone needs a lot of work. There's a lot of lyrics.
That's what I'm saying. Like the ballads have all the lyrics.
It's
that are
raw, but
nice.
it's tough. Yeah, but lyrics are still not there, you know.
And She's Gone even?
Please believe in me. Though my love is hard to see. Now she's gone, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone. Weeping, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone. But these tears, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone. I can't contain, she's gone, she's gone. So can I count on you to be my light to guide me right through the night beside me? Is it alright to count on you? Smile away these blues. I don't care if I'm accused. Now she's gone, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone. I don't mind. She's gone, she's gone, she's gone. I got a feeling. She's gone, she's gone, she's all designed. She's gone, she's gone. To make me call on you. To be my light to guide me right through the night beside me. Is it alright to count on you?
Critics often harp about America's so-called lack of identity. I think this is about the worst thing that can be said of them at any time. For my part, this freedom, the fact that they can do so much different material all the time, is in fact a tremendous asset. This gentle ballad of Jerry's really displays a tremendous emotional honesty. And I don't think there are many people who can come up with such a lovely song as this.
Am I a fool to think something strange? I think you've changed. Golly, Dad, she was the best thing that I ever had. Torn and battered now, due for repair, but she's not there. What does it matter? And who really cares? With no one to turn to when she's not there. Ah, but it's alright. I'll get miles apart, left here standing with a broken heart. Call me names, but I'll refuse to cry. Don't ask me why. What does it matter? You really care, with no one to turn to when she's not there. Ah, but it's alright. I'll get by.
The day we lost our voice with little choice, I can't explain, an act of agony. Someone told me too that it's true when you call aloud, it's only destiny. Or is it mystery? But then we came around and sang our song and acted proud and posed for memory. Made a cry to the underground. Are you there? I looked and saw the day was still around. But do you care? I drank a little bit, so underlit to see it now. The show was never seen. And all the time I lost is never lost. It's only thumbing through eternity. We made a cry to the underground. Are you there? I looked and saw the day was still around. Do you care? What are you going to see?
you there? A question that every performer asks more times than he likes to admit. And it's asked most often when you're on the road. Monster by Jerry Beckley deals with another aspect of a performer's life on the road. Loneliness.
The monster exposed himself from underground, burning his face as he ran through the town, hoping the patrons just don't hear a sound. Harcourt and harmony just ain't the same. My black and their green playing some games. I've got all these pictures, just need the frame. These are the things that you'll never do. Beating the wife on the phone. And there you are all on your own. Red and blue want to like a hole in the head. But soap's in the mail and it's stopping dead. I'd like to help them, I've already said. These are the things that you'll never do. Running away from your home. And there you are all on your own.
When they're on the road, bits and pieces of music come to them, but they almost never have the time to do anything with them. They make notes or whatever and try to keep the feelings from slipping away, but ultimately they need a place and some time to put it all together. They need solitude and the support to work those feelings into a finished piece of music. The guys get support from each other, and to a very great extent, from George Martin.
George will say, for instance, take that lead and work on it, and I think you've got something there. And I'll try a few different things with it, and then maybe put it away for a while. But then when I pick it up again later, Shazam, exclamation point, it happens. And it continues to happen because of the working environment. It's important. It's vital.
Be the one who cares. Don't cry, baby. Closer, let me wipe away your tears. A man came in with a violin. He played for me like I've never been quoted before and forevermore. As the bow touched the strings, he made the whole world sing.
You know, Kauai is more a state of mind than a place, really. The beauty of it and the feeling of being present in another time, all that changes you. It's not like the wilderness of a desert or being in the Rockies or any other place I've been. I can definitely feel the effect that the islands have had on me personally, and I know what it's meant to our music.
Away your tears. I know I've been wrong.
When you're in this environment, surrounded by so much life, the lush tropical greenery, food growing everywhere, the maternal ocean, you can't help but feel a part of the natural systems. As Dewey put it,
It's like home, even though you've never been there before.
I'll always be the one who cares. Don't cry, baby. Don't you closer, let me wipe away your tears. The sound of your the sun for shining too. Hope the darkness never comes again. What it does to me isn't good to see. You say that fortune brought you sailing across the sea. I don't believe you. I don't see how it's true. I think my dreaming brought you here. And if I wake tomorrow, will you still be near? Once a miser, twice a son. Feast the devil, pours a lot of fun. Fun for living, one and all. Start a battle, who's the first to fall? Hope it isn't me. Have to wait and see. You say that fortune brought you sailing across the sea. I don't believe you. I don't see how it's true. I think my dream brought you here. If I wait tomorrow, will you still be here? Should I let it rain, then the sky will clear?
That's it. Let's go for a playback.
God of the sun, don't make me wait till the morning comes.
When we finish producing an album, even in a place as beautiful as Kauai, there's both a sense of accomplishment and a sense of sadness. We are no longer part of the process. We are now part of the product. Our feelings are shared with the universe. We also share something very special with the friends who work so closely with us. The knowledge that whenever and wherever we hear the music from Harbor, something inside excites us because we were present at the creation.
Saw you waving goodbye down the railroad track. Sometimes when you're out and all alone and you can't find your way back, wonder if you'll ever make it home. God of the sun.
Number 21 song was inspired by A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And our number 20 song was made famous in 1963 by Bing Crosby.
And one of the best